Let's just say you're a filmmaker and the Ace of Hearts is your filmmaking dream. It is your biggest ambition. It is the ultimate goal for yourself. You've looked into your future and you've said, yes, I want to be that. That is my dream. But when you start out, it's kind of difficult to know what path to take to achieve that dream. It's honestly like trying to find an Ace of Hearts in a stack of cards. It is a path that has not been walked by you. And so everything becomes extremely confusing. Which way should I go? Should I invest my time here or there or there? Like, it's just a big confusing mess. And you feel like everything matters with this decision. It makes you feel like your future dream really depends on you making the right decision early. And so maybe you jump on YouTube, you start a YouTube channel, and that honestly is a great decision because YouTube is the #1 streaming platform in the world by far. There's no competitors. But you get inside of YouTube and it's still confusing. There are so many routes to take to achieve your very specific goal of being a proficient filmmaker, a proficient creative cinematographer, or whatever it might be in the filmmaking visual storytelling space. And then someone comes along and says, hey, I know where the Ace of Hearts is. Let me just show you. They pick out a card for you, they hand it to you, and you trust it, you accept it, and you say, okay, you seem to know what you're talking about. This is the mistake that a lot of filmmakers are making, especially on YouTube. Again, YouTube's the right move, but if you're not careful, it can completely destroy your filmmaking ambitions. Let me tell you a quick personal story of mine. Recently, I was out in California at a social media conference. I personally work full-time managing a channel on YouTube, and I also am growing my own YouTube channel around filmmaking. I've made a handful of independent films in the past. I've been on productions for around a decade or so I have a lot of filmmaking experience in my belt. Well, at the social media conference, you may have heard of him, Sean Cannell was there from Think Media. He gave a whole speech, and so at the end of his talk, I went up and I said, hey, I want to talk to him. I want to talk to him about my YouTube strategy. I want to see what he thinks. And I've been working on YouTube for a while, so I wanted to make sure I ask him a question that he's not going to answer in a way that I already have heard him say. I've been following his videos for a while. I've known who he is for years now. And so I wanted to ask him a question that really mattered to me. I asked him, hey, this is the niche I'm in. This is what I'm interested in doing with my future. This is the path I'm trying to take to achieve my personal filmmaking ambitions. And so I asked him what would be the best move as far as an upload strategy. And what he responded with really confused me. And it's taken me a couple weeks to actually meditate on it and to think about it. He asked me, why are you on YouTube? If you want to make films, why are you even on YouTube? I was surprised by this answer because I've heard him tell so many people that he's been teaching YouTube with nonstop. Hey, you should start a YouTube channel. This could grow your business. This could grow your exposure. YouTube is the place to be. You should be on YouTube. And now he's looking at me and he's saying, why are you on YouTube if you just want to make films? And I had an answer for him, but I was kind of stunned in that moment. I didn't really know how to respond. I wasn't expecting that answer from Sean. I said a few things, I bumbled out a few words trying to gather my thoughts, and then he said, well, really what you need is you need to create a strong offer, right? You need to create something that you are offering your audience in order for you to make money to build a business around, in order for you to make a living on YouTube, because you're getting views, but you're losing them in the process, and it's not converting to anything that benefits you. That's a completely valid thing to say. But I've been thinking about it and I've come to realize that he was wrong. He's just wrong about this. Now, let me explain. The first idea I want to cover in my meditations over this is the YouTube guru trap. This kind of focuses around the idea of niche overreach. What YouTube gurus teach is that you niche down in order to maximize the potential of earning a client. If you attract the right client to your videos, you don't need tons of views. All you need is the right person to watch your video and you solve their issue, and now they want to pay you because you can go even deeper into solving that specific issue. So really, you only need a few of the right viewers. That's great for a lot of businesses, but for filmmaking, does that translate? translate? I say it doesn't. It's not a strategy that works for filmmakers. Why? Because filmmakers are not building niche authority. They're not selling a product even, especially getting started. Filmmakers are building an audience, literally for the purpose of entertainment. If you follow a lot of YouTube gurus' advice, and I'm not just talking about Sean because I really respect what he does in his opinion, and he is right about a lot of things, but if you follow all of these how-to YouTube channels, you end up creating content that actually attracts a smaller audience because they are prioritizing clicks through to your CTA, to your website, to sell your product today instead of long-term audience size. Now let's jump into this idea. Filmmakers need audiences, not clients. A filmmaker's ultimate goal when it comes to creating videos is to be building as large of an audience as possible with your personality. Filmmakers are not trying to monetize a niche. Getting started, filmmakers just need to be seen by as many people as possible, which means they're probably going to work hard on something and then give it away for free, and filmmakers need people in large numbers to watch that free film. One thing that Sean says is that YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint, and that's very true advice for filmmakers as well. The big point is you don't need a niche to sell something. You need loyalty to share something, and that thing you are sharing is your work. It is your film. Point number 3, build a reputation, not a funnel. To build a reputation, you have to have a filmmaking identity. In the world of YouTube in 2025, and even in the highest corners of Hollywood, it's all built around reputation. Whether it's brand reputation, whether it's a person's reputation, think about Chris Nolan. People will watch his films no matter what genre he creates. More and more, the world cares about who the creator is more than who's in the film or who's in the story or what company made it. They care about who made it because they like that person's storytelling. And if a person hasn't seen your stories, then you haven't built a reputation large enough in order for them to understand if they enjoy your storytelling. Filmmakers getting started have a serious problem. They just need to be seen. Now down the road, they can operate and make deals and even crowdfund and do some high-end products, but how do you get to that point? You get to that point because you have a loyal audience of people who care about you, who enjoy your work, who think that you are awesome at storytelling and filmmaking. And when you have an army of loyal fans behind you, you can actually carve out large opportunities for your future self. You don't need to create a product because you already need to spend a lot of time creating a product that you're going to give away for free. And it is your work. You have a big problem. You need eyeballs. You need time and hard work to build your reputation. This is not a field where you can just monetize it right away. Because if you make a film and try to sell it, I can almost guarantee you no one's gonna buy. Why? Because no one knows who you are. No one cares about the stories you have to tell. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's just the truth. It's hard enough getting people to watch it for free if you put it out on YouTube for everyone. So if you think you're gonna sell it on Patreon, I mean, good freaking luck. However, if you have a large audience of say 50,000 people, that's pretty large, but if you have that large of an audience and you make a film and say even just 1% of those people go through to your Patreon to watch your film, and say you sell it on Patreon for, I don't know, $20 a view, and you get 500 people to watch it, that's $10,000. It is not about getting less views, but the right views. Honestly, it's just about getting views, period, because you're in a craft that is meant to entertain the masses. And if you don't know how to attract the masses, then you are ultimately not fulfilling your goals and your dreams. Now, I'm not claiming to be a filmmaking YouTube guru. I actually don't create content like that on this channel that much. I talk about movies mostly. But after I had that conversation with Sean Cannell, it just kind of bugged me. I was just kind of like, I don't think he quite knows what he's talking about. I respect Sean a lot. I've been watching his stuff for a long time, and his advice has seriously helped me get my channel looking good and thinking about how the algorithm works and prioritizing the right areas when I'm creating a YouTube video and what to focus on. But that's something that filmmakers have to learn. They have to look at all of these people with all of this advice and say, hey, this is valuable for me, this is not valuable for me, and take what's valuable and leave what's not. You can't just blindly follow these how-to YouTube channels because they're gonna walk you down a path where you end up not even achieving your ultimate goal, your ace of hearts, because you're gonna look up one day and realize you haven't achieved your dream at all. You've just created a product and became, I don't know, some kind of business entrepreneur online. So what's my advice? Stay on YouTube. Work hard at YouTube. Try to grow your channel as large as you can possibly make it. It is helpful to kind of stick within a topic so that you can become known for something. If you're gonna listen to anybody on YouTube about how to grow large audiences, I would listen to people maybe like Colin and Samir, because their podcast, they're talking to people on YouTube who are honestly the best of the best, the ones who have learned how to get millions and millions of views consistently. Being a filmmaker is hard, and it can be extremely annoying trying to find the right path you need to follow in order to achieve your dream. But that's a part of the game, and in 2025 on YouTube, that is the game you have to play, and you have to get good at it. And if you grow a large audience around you, whenever you drop a film, you can bet your butt that people will show up and watch it. And with every film that you make, and with every film that gets a lot of views, not only does your skill level rise, but also your reputation as a filmmaker rises as well.